Hello everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of MugAndPlay. I'm Nick, my darling Stephanie's at work right now, and I'm starting to feel substantially better than I have in this last week. Thank you all so much for your patience with me being I was kind of under the weather, kind of having to lay low, and you know, daily headaches can really suck the life out of you, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Not 100%, but I'm in the 90s. I'm 90 something, mid 90s. I'm grunge, I'm flannel. I'm that area of the mid 90s, not like 96. Anyway, we haven't played Happy Room in a while, so I figured, well, why not play some Happy Room? And I set up this room. As you can see, it's very symmetrical. I was looking at some of these things up here, things like highly explosive pinball. And I decided, all right, well, we'll set this room up like a pinball. You know, you got the bumpers down here, you got the things on the sides, you got the flippy dealies. And so it's just going to be a lot of hacking and exploding for this first one. And while we're going, in 3, 2, 1, go, I figured, ooh, I forgot how fun this game is. Oh, ooh, my goodness. I completely lost my train of thought. I was totally going to say something, but my goodness. Oh yeah, I decided, you know, while I'm playing this and setting up levels and whatnot, I'm gonna tell you guys some stories. We haven't had a good old-fashioned story time in a while, so I figured, why not tell a story? Oh, bloom blam. We got a new thing. We got a laser. That's pretty exciting. Oh, did you see that shit? Come on, not done yet. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you a story. All right. So we got this laser. Hold that thought on the story. Let me, laser. Oh, we gotta get rid of some stuff. All right, well, let's get rid of that. Oh, we gotta have a laser. Here we go. Can fire the lasers, you know? Gosh, I haven't done that impression for freaking ever. All right, let's do that. Oh my god, that's like a concentrated beam. I wasn't sure if it was just gonna be like a pew pew laser, but no, it's most certainly killing him. There you go. Oh, the spike held him in place and then that got him. Alright, anyway, story time. So this is a story about the worst date, not even the worst date. I wouldn't say it's the worst date. It was the weirdest date I've ever been on in my entire life. This is from a long time ago. This is long before I met Steph. Oh, and he lost his head. Oh, hey, now you're back over there. So this is the pre-Steph days. This is from, gosh, I want to say, what year was it? I had to be like 10 years ago. So long before, you know, Steph and I had even known of each other's existence, long before MugAndPlay, even before my comics. So this is way back in. I thought you were gonna go through the portal. You quit on me. It's a pretty good score though. Yeah, we're going way back in the Wayback Machine, back to the year 2008. It was 2008. I had just gotten out of a relationship, so I had just gotten into the world of dating and piranhas. I wasn't in the world of piranhas, but this guy is. Let's keep modding this room, and I want these to spin the other way. I want them to flip them upwards. I want them to go top ways. There you go. It gets all muffled when you go in there and he screams. Anyway, so I was very new to the, oh, that water is so red. I was very new to the dating world and I had no idea what to do because I had just gotten out of like a 4-year-long relationship. And I'm getting distracted by this. And this girl randomly messaged me and seemed like an okay person. You know, we were talking, you know, politics, and we had similar political views and seemed like we had similar senses of humor. And so she seems nice enough via the world of online dating. She made some pretty forward mini laser. Well, it's a little nubby. It's a little nubbins. Let's get rid of these and let's set up some mini lasers. Dad laser and baby laser. Oh, I see. It's similar to the Tesla. Well, that just sounds like a load of fun. We're gonna keep modifying this stage as we go, and then, you know what, we can save the stage, and when we come back to this game at another time, we'll have it pre-saved and we can continue to modify it, and it'll evolve. So when you watch the playlist of this, as of this episode, of course, you can see we'll just keep morphing this one playground, we'll call it, until we get bored and want to come up with something else. Anyway, so we agree to meet, and it seemed completely normal via online. I soon learned not so much in real, in IRL. Oh, they are just nibbling him. He's dead. There you go. All right. But so she seemed like an okay person online, but then we met and that changed. So let's have a story time about the time I went on a terrifying date, and he's not moving anymore. Let's modify this first. No, you know what? Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it like that. So I didn't really want people to know I was doing online dating at the time. I was kind of embarrassed by it. Not so much anymore. Because it's how Stephanie and I met. So there is hope of that being. There are good people on there, and but this story's about one of the ones that was not so much. So it was about a 35-minute drive to her place, and she was starting to send some weird messages beforehand. Because, like, we agreed to meet this day and just hang out at her place, and it was just strictly a getting to know you thing. Because I'm like, hey, I'm fresh out of a relationship. I don't want to rush into anything. So we can just chill and chit-chat. Just have a casual time. And she was like, sure. But then the messages I started getting that day were a little oddball. Like, she just randomly sent me a message at one point that just said, I'm hungry. Gave me crunch wrap. To which I responded, I'm like, okay, do you want me to like stop at Taco Bell before I get over there? And she just said again, give me crunch wrap. Okay, I'll bring us food. It might not be hot by the time I get there, but I'll get it. I'll cover it. I'm a cheap date. You can buy me Taco Bell and I'll be happy. I buy food for myself, buy food for her. And by the way, this was when I was still even less versed in what is considered to be acceptable fashion. So I was wearing a t-shirt, and overneath that, above it, I was wearing a nice stripy shirt, but then I was wearing trip pants. If you're not familiar with what trip pants are, they're basically very large, very baggy pantaloons that the kids like to wear to the heavy metal music festivals, and oh boy. So they're very they're very roomy, they're very comfortable, but they're not that great for mobility. They're more form than function. Anyway, gosh, this guy's just wishing he was hidden in a pair of trip pants. Yeah, they were the extra baggy ones. You could hide like a family of 4 inside my pants. Anyway, she made note of this when I got to the door with the food. And normally when you meet someone for the first time, you're like, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm this and that. Only you substitute your own name. If you actually were to say those things, that'd be kind of weird. But the first thing she said, she looked at my pants and goes, what the fuck is that shit? And I'm like, they're trip pants. They're pants you know, pants. She was not having it. She was not a fan of the old TRI double P's. There was an awkward silence, and she didn't like them. But then I broke the ice. She sees the Taco Bell food. Only I only have $3. That explains why. She sees the Taco Bell food, and even if you have never seen this visual before, I want you to imagine what a new mother looks like when she's being handed her baby for the first time. That look of pure joy and elation and the feeling that everything's gonna be okay. That's the look she gave me when I acquiesced to her request to give her Crunchwrap. I gave her Crunchwrap, and all was right in her world. And I'm like, yeah, I have my food, and all right, so here's your drink and all that. I got the meal, and she takes that. She's like, get inside. I'm like, oh, okay, which I didn't mind doing because it was wintertime. It was cold, and this is when I was still living in Wisconsin, so this was up in Milwaukee. So Milwaukee in wintertime, not exactly friendly for someone like me who hates any temperature below 70. So she tells me, she more or less commands me to go inside, which I'm like, all right, fine, it's cold out. And so she introduces me to her roommate, and she introduces me to her roommate's significant other, and they both seem like really cool people, so I don't pay much mind to it. And so we go to sit on the couch to eat the Taco Bell. And I'm trying to, you know, it's hard for me to be the lead conversationalist with a new person, unless I'm at a con and it's like it's the time and the place for it. Let's try that one more time. You know, otherwise it's hard for me to, you know, be the initiator of the conversation. But it's still, I'm trying, and I'm asking her about questions, but she is more engrossed in the Crunchwrap than anything else. And anytime I would ask her a question, it would usually be met with like I guess you call it a grunting noise, just like not like a, you know, but like that go away, I'm eating kind of thing. And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm trying to have a conversation here. So we're just watching whatever. I don't even remember. It was like some travel channel, something or other. She finishes eating. And by this time I have finished eating because we've been sitting in awkward silence for the last 10 minutes. And then she gets up and motions. She goes over to this doorway and just kind of motions for me to go in. Just like, Okay, I mean, we can use words if you want to. I won't tell anybody. So we go in there and I realize it is her bedroom. And I tell her, you know, like I said, just so you know, just to be totally upfront, again, just recently got out of a relationship, very long term. Don't wanna rush into anything. Wanna get to know you. By the way, I'm gonna say right up front ahead of time, nothing happened between us. Like no adult situations transpired whatsoever. And you're about to find out why. So we're in her bedroom. I explain that, and she gives me a look of not happy, because I guess, I don't know, maybe she thought I was gonna change her mind post. Maybe she thought that with enough Taco Bell that I paid for, I would be wooed and, you know, smitten to the point where I just can't control what's going on south of the border, and the border being my belt. We sit on her bed and she tries to do things physically, and again, I'm like, again, not really. No, I'm good, thanks. And she gives me this look, like, ugh, like I'm the jerk. I'm the jerkwad, ass face McGee here. Goes into her closet, and she emerges, and it's very clear she's got something behind her back. And I'm thinking, well, I had a good last meal of Taco Bell. Time for me to get stabbed. And I legitimately thought I was about to be injured. Oh, I can't afford another axe. Guess we'll just have to earn it. And I'm thinking, oh geez, I'm about to get stabbed. I'm about to meet a similar fate to this guy right now. Well, he's not really getting stabbed so much as maimed, shot, lasered, acided, hacked, frozen, chomped, nibbled, impaled. I thought I was going to get stabbed. So, I know what you're going through, buddy. I feel your pain. Because I'm the one inflicting it upon you. Sorry, I hit the microphone. I got excited. I didn't mean to do that, you guys. I'm very sorry. Anyway. Man, it was a good idea. Switch. Where the hell did he go? Is he just between worlds? Is he like Link? He is... I'm pretty convinced he's between the... I don't know where he went. So I'm thinking I'm about to get stabbed. And she pulls from her back. By the way, the only illumination in this room... I should probably set the scene for you as well. So this room is tiny. I'm talking, you know, maybe 9 by 9. Very small. And all that's in there is her bed, a nightstand with a TV on it, and then her closet. And that's it. It was one of those like big houses with a lot of small rooms and a ton of people that live there, and each one's just got a tiny room. It was that deal. And it was on the first floor of like a 3-story house. So I only mention that because it's slightly important later in the story. She pulls from her back an adult item. It has what with the D batteries in them. It was a vibrator. She pulled a vibrator out. So basically, and she poked me with it. And the moment she poked me, just for that split second, it was touching my skin. She turned it on. She poked me once in the chest, and I was like, what the fuck? And then she pokes me once in the downstairs giggle place, and I'm like, I'm good, thank you. I'm like, this is before I had all my social graces and experience talking to people from, you know, conventions and doing this. I had no talking skills to speak of. Get it? And so she pokes me with the Vibby vibe, and I'm immediately very uncomfortable. But then she decided, no, you don't know what uncomfortable is. Allow me to show you what uncomfortable is. She then proceeds to get under the blankies, and she proceeds to get under the blankies and decide that she's just gonna handle things on her own and just go to town on herself. So the only thing lighting up this room right now is another TV, and she's on that end of the bed doing her thing. I am sitting on the very edge of the bed, and I'm just like, do you want me to go? I can come back, you know, another time. I was never going to come back. And she's just like, no, stay. And I'm like, okay. So I was just so weirded out that I didn't know what to do. What the hell was that? Did I get some sort of bonus? Oh, we did. We can have fun with a robot. Let's have fun with a robot. Let's have a monster. Or two. Let's have 2 monsters. The twins. We're having twins. Let's have them now. So she's like, no, stay. So I'm like, I'm too weirded out to do anything. And she finishes up with that activity, or that activity is Done. Oh god, it's all oily and motor oil and blue stuff. Ooh. Yeah, they're getting them over there. Yeah. You guys, you go get it. And so after she finishes with her thing, she I guess Taco Bell had taken the grand tour of her interiors, and they had to exit through the gift shop, if you know what I'm saying. She had to go to the bathroom. So, but the thing is, and I took that as an opportunity of like, alright, I'm done being polite. I'm going to leave now, and no one's going to stop me. I decide I need to formulate an exit strategy. That's when I realized that the bathroom and the front door are incredibly adjacent. They're very close to each other. And I'm thinking, if I go that way, she's gonna see maybe one of her roommates is gonna see and stop me. And so, ooh, they're getting them. So, I decided in my infinite wisdom that it would be a good idea to crawl out the window. And again, keep in mind, it was December. She didn't have a screen on the window. It was just the window, just the glass. So I lifted it up, and this is in like the 2-3 minute period she's gone. I crawl out the window, and I realize I'm like, oh shit, I went upstairs to be here, and I realized, oh, she's on the first floor. So it was only like a 6-foot drop. So it was kind of like jumping off of like a top bunk. So that sort of height, not in any, real danger, amateur stuntman stuff. So we got a couple more anti-gravs. This is gonna be what he thinks is a safe zone, but it won't be. All right. So I open up the window, crawl out, and clamp down, and I just book it to my car. I'm parked like a block away, and this is in downtown Milwaukee. This is if you're familiar with that area, it was right off Brady Street, which is if you don't know, is it's where a lot of hip happening folks and going ons are doing. Hey, we got a few Chivos. All right. And so, within sight of me crawling out this window are several bars and restaurants. And this is, only like 10 o'clock at night on like a Friday or a Saturday. It's still jumping, still popping, still pogoing. I don't know. I don't fucking know words. So there are people watching me crawl out this window and then run to my in trip pants. And I didn't trip, don't let the name fool you, but I did snag them on a step as I was running and tore them. The bottom cuff up to like my knee, one of my pants was ripped, and it sucks because those pants are so goddamn expensive. But you know what? No one even noticed. And I drove back home, came home. My parents are like, "Hey, how's your day?" I'm like, "Oh, good. I was hanging out at my buddy's house." I said I was at my friend Matt's house, which I was not. They're like, "Oh yeah, what'd you guys do?" I'm like, "Oh, Taco Bell, just shot the shit, usual Saturday night." Let's do one more because I'm about to wrap up this story. And they're like, "Okay." But yeah, and I just told them I made some omissions to the recounting of my night. And well, I like how he was spinning in the air just like those things were. He's like, "I want to be like the Axes. We're all metal fronts here." And so that was the weirdest date I've been on. Granted, I've been on worse dates, but that one is definitely the friggin' weirdest. Like, that takes the cake for, you know, number of times in a date I've gone, what the fuck is happening right now? So it was just a weird time, permanently burned into my brain. Just like so many things are burned and beaten and smashed. Hey, it did the thing I was hoping it would do. We smushed them through the dealie, and there we go. And this has been a good time. You know, maybe this will be my storytelling game. Like anytime I decide that I need to tell you a story, Olin Rogers style, I'll just fire up this game because I can talk while doing it, and it can be passive. And what a mess. Oh man, that was the weirdest day I've ever been on. But I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thank you so much for joining me on another exciting, fun storytelling episode of Mug and Play. I had a lot of fun with this. Maybe I'll tell more stories, and I won't limit them to just this game. So don't be like, oh, I want to hear another story, but I want to see more Happy Room. Yeah, if there's a game you want me to play, leave it in the comments below. If you got a funny story you want to tell, you leave that in the comments below. We'll have a good old time talking about funny stories and weird date things. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one. We recently hit 200. I want to thank you all again so much. I put out a thank you video on Friday, and I just want to say again, thank you all. It's because of your love and support that I enjoy this so much. But thank you so much. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.